Malta and Gozo, and welcome to another episode of Lovin Daily. I'm Benjamin Abela, your host, and today I'm joined by my co-host Paula. How are you, Paula? Good morning.
I'm right.
Yeah, no, okay, thank you. So these are our 5 titles for today. Mellieha local councillor rubbishes Hunter lobby's invitation for Woodland handover. Gozitan car accident victim dies after 12-year coma. Joseph Muscat says abortion is a woman's choice. Robert Abela says Malta full up to irregular migrants but not regular ones, and female prisoners give Mġarr playground a well-needed facelift. A good mix of stories today. Paula, would you like to start us off with the first one?
Nibdew bl-ewwel illum ħanagħmel kategorija l-kontroversja, ġifier kull waħda hija kontroversja. Nibdew minn dik ambjentali. Jidher li nhar il-ħadd ser ikun qed jiġi ffirmat ftehim bejn l-FKNK, il-Lands u l-Era dwar il-management taż-żoni tal-Miżieb u tal-Aħrax. Sa jidher però illi dak il-kontenut ta' dan il-ftehim mhuwiex ser jiġi ppubblikat qabel ma jiġi ffirmat u din waslet għad ħassib ta' diversi nies li għandhom dawn iż-żoni għal qalbhom fosthom kunsilliera tal-Mellieħa, attivisti tal-ambjent u anke nies in ġenerali li x'imbdiet petizzjoni li ġabret madwar 19,000 firma sissa dwar dan. Jidher illi wieħed jitħasseb tax drittijiet ser ikunu għadin jingħataw il-kaċċaturi permezz dan il-ftehim, madana kollu ħareġ rappreżentant tal-Miżieb Hunting Reserve fejn qal illi l-pubbliku m'għandux għalfejn inkwieta mhux se jinbidel xejn minn kif huma bħalissa u l-pubbliku ser ikun qed jingħata l-istess aċċess li għandu bħalissa għal dawn iż-żoni. Jidher ukoll li dan il-ftehim il-bżonn għal dan il-ftehim sar iktar wieħed importanti minħabba n-nirien illi ħakmu l-Miżieb tard is-sena li għaddiet fejn ukoll kienu ġew fix-xejn madwar minn 12 għal 15 post li kien jintuża għal kaċċa u bekk jidher li kien hemm bżonn ta' xi tip ta' ftehim għal Mġarr. Jien m'għandix daqshekk familjari mal-akwati jew mal-kaċċaturi x'jagħmlu hemmhekk, ġifieri m'għandix opinjoni fuqha di, però naħseb li huwa suġġett li għal ħafna kontroversja fid-dawl li fi ftit ġranet ġabar madwar 20,000 firma.
I mean, people have very strong feelings about hunters in general, so as soon as people heard that a public piece of land, a public nature reserve to a certain extent is being essentially given to hunters, a lot of people had very, very strong reactions. However, it is important to kind of put into perspective what this agreement is actually putting into place. The Hunting Association has spoken up saying that this will not really change anything, essentially. However, the fact that this agreement isn't yet public, people don't know the terms of this agreement as of yet, it's making people very skeptical of what is going on. I believe that brings us to the next story of the day. Gozitan car accident victim dies after 12-year coma. Very sad, a very harrowing story, now I say so myself. So just yesterday, Marla Grek, a Gozitan woman, died after living through a 12-year coma. So back in March of 2008, when Marla was just 15 years old, she was the front seat passenger in a car driven by her then boyfriend, Jeffrey Vella. Vella had lost control of his car and had crashed into a wall and electricity pole. But whilst it seems that Jeffrey Vella got away with no life-threatening injuries, Grek was sent into a 12-year coma and suffered permanent disabilities as a result of the accident. Back in 2015, the court ruled that that Vella was to blame for the accident, that Vella's excessive speed was to blame for the accident, and therefore he was forced to provide Grek and Grek's family a total of €400,000. Now, this was meant to cover the amount of time that Grek's parents spent with her. Both of them almost became full-time carers. They gave her 24/7 care, and also to cover the work that Grek couldn't do because obviously she was in a coma. What do you make of this story, Paula?
Situazzjoni traġikament li din it-tfajla ta' 15-il sena jisut il-fet ħajjita għaliex koma 12-il sena ma immaġinax x'kwalità ta' ħajja seta' tgħexet, u anke l-familja li daw għal 12 sena paralizzat ilhom il-ħajja tagħhom ukoll għaliex ma setgħux jgħixu bħala familja normali. Ovvjament mill-lat legali wieħed iħares li l-kumpens li jingħata f'dal-każijiet għed forsi argumentek 400,000 kienux bizzejiet biex jagħmlu tajjeb għal kif spiċċat il-ħajja ta' din it-tfajla, pero dawn huma sitwazzjonijiet antipatiki hemm il-formula li żomm magħha l-qorti f'dal-każijiet wieħed irid jara għandhom xi żdiedu il-kumpensi li jingħata għal danni morali u dak huwa suġġett li jisu dejjem hemm diskussjoni dwaru fid-dinja legali mi qatt ma jsir xejn drastiku dwaru wieħed jistenna u jara jkun hemm xi bidlet fi-żmien illi ġej. Il-bozz wara kompletament differenti l-bira Joseph Muscat għamel dak illi l-ebda naħseb politikant illi qatt għandu karriera politika mulest illi jagħmel u ċoje qal illi l-abort għandu jitħalla fidejn id-deċiżjoni għandha tkun tal-mara ta' qalu fuq TVM waqt waħda minn sensiela intervisti li qed jagħti minn mindu r-reżenja mill-Parlament. Żgur li ħafna attivisti pro-choice ħadu pjaċir b'dal-istatement wieħed ukoll ma jistax ma jaħsibx kien jiġri li kieku dal-istatement għamlu pubbliku ftit ta' xhur ilu meta kien għadu Prim Ministru x'kien ikollha rilevanza totalment differenti, imma tidher illi biex politikant f'Malta joħroġ jgħid li huwa pro-choice tkun letteralment spiċċatlu l-karriera politika tiegħu għaliex jekk li tkun id-daqqa li tispiċċalu l-karriera tiegħu. Li żguru li jiena ċerta li hemm nies mhux ħafna forsi, imma hemm nies li jekk sal-bieraħ wara nofsinhar kienu jgħidu li għall-abort kosta kollox, għax semgħu il-Joseph Muscat jgħid li għandu tkun id-dritt tal-mara, għamu dal-għodu jgħidu li għandna nieħdu f'konsiderazzjoni dak li trid il-mara. Jekk xejn għamel waħda tajba li forsi tgħin id-diskussjoni tkompli tikber dal-pajjiż.
I mean, the biggest issue that people had with that pro-choicers had with this is that this statement is coming too late. That Muscat didn't make this statement when he was still in power, when he actually had the capability of making a change. If anything, as you said, maybe it will help move the discussion forward. Onto another political story, Robert Abela, Malta's Prime Minister, says that Malta is full up to irregular migrants but not to regular ones. So Abela said that even though he understands the reasons behind why irregular migrants need to come to Malta, he still insisted that Malta is nonetheless full up. So Clyde Caruana, Abela's head of secretariat, had previously said that Malta requires around 10,000 foreign workers every year, so that Malta's economy sees a 5 to 6% growth. On the other hand, Bernard Gregg, the new PN leader and leader of opposition, is calling for a national conference on both regular and irregular migration. I believe it was pretty unexpected to hear Gregg calling for a discussion about regular migration. Paula?
Jina ma, jisedi l-ewwel darba illi qegħdin impoġġu żewġ tipi ta' migranti fl-istess keffa. Anka għaliex iċ-ċirkustanzi tagħhom ma totalment differenti, kif ġew lejn pajjiżna u x'inhu jagħmlu f'pajjiżna, u ma nistax nifhem għaliex qegħdin issa f'daqqa waħda npoġġuhom fl-istess ċirkustanza. Anke għaliex nafu li l-immigranti regolari apparti li jagħmlu forsi xogħlijiet li m'hawnx biżżejjed Maltin biex jagħmluhom jgħinu lil Maltin fl-ekonomija fis-sens li daw jikru l-postijiet fejn jgħixu. U kien hemm biża' qawwija meta l-ekonomija bdiet tistgħuja minħabba l-Covid illi ħafna nies ħajspiċċaw flats li għadhom unknown bla kirja u bekk kienu ħajtkissru wkoll il-Maltin. Allura ma nistax nifhem għaliex daqqa waħda saret ixu illi jew b'xi mod qegħdin naqdu tnejn li huma flimkien. Wieħed forsi jistenna kap tal-oppożizzjoni forsi jkollu opportunità li jiċċara iktar x'rid ifisser għaliex iktar naħseb ma tantx kellu ċans jispjega ruħu bekk forsi l-messaġġ tiegħu ma wasalx kif suppost, u wieħed ukoll jistenna allura x'policy jipproponi mod partikolari l-immigranti regolari biex naraw forsi hemm xi loopholes li qed jaraw bil-fresh perspective tiegħu li tista' wkoll tgħin lill-pajjiż. Wieħed jistenna u jispera li jara aktar proposals dettaljati. L-aħħar storja biex nagħlqu fuq nota tajba x'konna pjuttost heavy illum il-playground tal-Mġarr ħadet ir-ruħ wara li grupp ta' priġunieri minn Kordin in-nisa taw facelift li għamlu xogħlijiet ta' manutenzjoni dan il-bandli mill-jidher da kien mhux biss ħaġa li kien hemm bżonn imma wkoll messaġġ min-naħa tal-kordin fejn qalu l-faċilitajiet ta' kordin fejn qalu l-isma' il-ħabsin tagħna jirriformaw ruhom iridu jagħtu lura lis-soċjetà u hekk għamlu u fl-istess ħin kisru l-gender stereotype li jisma' l-mara ma tagħmel xogħol ta' manutenzjoni. Ġifieri proset kienet inizjattiva vera ħelwa u vera ħallit suċċess.
I think it's pretty interesting to see how much we've been hearing about prison and prisoners in the news lately. I mean, earlier this week, a number of prisoners went to the AAA to once again do maintenance works, and actually like around a month ago, before schools opened, a number of prisoners also went to a school to clean it up in preparation for the beginning of a new scholastic year. Last week as well, Rosian Kutajer went to Corradino to visit a number of female prisoners who were sent to prison on prostitution-related charges. I believe it's great that these efforts are being made to make sure that prisoners are rehabilitated, not just disciplined. That brings us to the end of this episode of Lovin Daily. Thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope you have a day full of lovin'.
Ciao.